Be me. 19 and pretty socially incapable. Go to new school. It's a computer science related study, needles to say very few girls. 4 to be exact, but 2 are femcil material and 1 is fat. 1 is actually pretty. Turns out she already has a BF, a guy in our class. Feelsbadman.jpg. Fast forward couple weeks. Lesson ends, go to Subway and bump into her and her boyfriend. She talks to me, and turns out we have a lot in common. Boyfriend kinda pushing her and said something that made them play fight sorta like high school couples do. Decide to stop talking to her because not sure if they're secretly making fun of me. Close to final stop. Step put and say nothing to them. Fast forward 2 days ago, see them again after the test. Kinda befriended the boyfriend over time, he is nice guy. Still a very superficial friendship. Walk to the Subway with them again. Girl starts talking to me a lot. Enter Subway. Girl sitting down me, and the guy standing. Guy is busy on his phone. Talking to her. In the meantime. Notice her eyeballing my bulge during the conversation. Spurg out and leave at the very next stop and say goodbye. Not even my stop, but I just wanted to leave. Now at home and unable to stop thinking about her. I am not afraid of her boyfriend because I am taller, whiter and better looking. But he has been a good guy to me and interacted with me when no one else would. Feel like an absolute asshole for thinking about stealing his GF. I still think she is cute, but I have no idea how to pursue a girl, let alone a taken girl. Any advice on how to win her over without committing social suicide? Also, I think I have a recessive autism gene that gets activated when interacting with women. Be me. Have a girlfriend. 2 years together. She would write letters, do crafts for me, among other things. I was hardly a retailer, and when I gave her something, it was many times because she told me she wanted something from me. She shows affection, but also many times hurt me with unintended words. Still love her enough to have that patience and tolerance. I started to get bored of the relationship because it was a 60-40 where I propose many of the things we did and solved the problems that she caused. Start thinking about other people. Begin to identify with lust. After so many years, I would like to be with other people, take advantage of my sexuality and youth, think. She put on you. It hurt her a lot and made her bleed non-stop for 3 months. After that, she traumatized herself and did not want to have sex again. I start to pressure her to do it. I keep pushing, but never force her to do anything. I understand her discomfort, although I have needs. 8 months pass, I keep pressing passively. Do it relatively often, even when she doesn't feel like it, she only agrees to satisfy me. Never express well what she felt about that, just say I don't have so much desire and pretend like it was nothing. Sometimes feel guilty about pressuring her, feel like she's not even aroused, and start to think I'm abusing someone. Decide to cut her clean, because neither she can satisfy me, nor does that make her feel good. Is English not your language? You keep referring to her as a he. She put on you. It hurt her a lot and made her bleed non-stop for 3 months. What does this mean? If I'm not misunderstanding, it sounds like you pushed her for sex, but it never happened. I don't see why you would feel guilty about that. You were expressing what you wanted, and she expressed what she wanted. Be me. Graduated university. Had a shit time. Currently a NEET. No motivation to do anything. But several pet projects. Keep bouncing between them when I do work. All the projects require skills. As a result of the bouncing, severely retarded skill growth. Was a high achiever at unit. That translated to the projects. Feel like shit constantly. Feel like shit when I do nothing. Feel like shit when I bounce between, feels like I'm half-assing everything. Feel like shit when I commit to one, feels like I'm ignoring the others. Tried to cut out projects. I want to do all of them. Do you have low testosterone or low vitamin D? That can hurt your motivation and make you feel like shit. Do you have low concentration? It can be rebuilt by abstaining from porn and mindless internet scrolling and doing concentration meditation. Maybe pick a set time for each project. Like you will do one project that week and work to your best at it. Then when that week is over you can do another one or stick to that one. Be teenager. Guy online sends me retarded poorly written messages about my boobs or whatever. Tell him Kais. He suddenly snaps into being serious and typing normally. What the fuck? That was fucking mean. Why are you so rude? Extremely offended. I feel confused and try to tell him I wasn't even seriously telling him to commit suicide, it's just a thing you say online. He's not having it, and he's telling me it's fucked up to say shit like that to people. Be me, still teenager. Same guy is sending me BS about my tits again. Specifically remember that he's talking about wanting to put his dick between them. Tell him I'm busy playing a game with another guy. He suddenly snaps into being serious and asks me if I pirated the game. Yeah. Dude seemingly loses his boner and goes full out ranting and spurging at me how piracy is fucked up and I should buy the fucking game instead of stealing it. I didn't block him for the longest time because it was funny. Be me. Have a 13-year sister. A month ago. Sis comes to my room to study with her laptop. Goes to take a shower and leaves laptop behind. I keep hearing WhatsApp web notification sounds going off. Decide to take a peek. She just sent a couple of nude pictures to her long-distance boyfriend. Start scrolling up. Find more pictures and even videos. Really pissed off at her retardation and a bit disgusted too. Never saw her as someone who would do something like this. Thinking about confronting her about it. After calming down, decide against it. I have a pretty decent relationship with her and telling her that I looked at her private messages might ruin it forever. So what do? I don't want her to keep doing this, not only because she is too young to be doing this kind of shit. If she were 18 or older I wouldn't care, it's on her, but also because the chances of those pics leaking are not zero considering her BF is kind of a douche. My cognitive dissonance is off the charts. I can't take it anymore. Be me. 12-year-old kid. Father is a drunk and mother died when I was a baby. Get sent to uncle's house to live there because dad is a drunk. Uncle is a bossy, disrespectful asshole toward me. Tell him off and ditch him, telling him I never want to see him again. Say I wish he would die alone in a hospital. FFW 8 years to 2021. Uncle already tried to get back in touch with me a few times since I was a kid, usually around holidays. Tell him to fuck off each time he talks to me because I remember how he treated me as a kid. Find out yesterday uncle actually died alone in hospital. I now live in a different country from where the funeral will be. Poor and can't afford plane ticket. Should I dip into my savings and go to the funeral? What if his wife is there and picks a fight with me? Anons, I need advice. Be me. 23 level Anon. Only one girlfriend in life, beside not very successful. Study to be vet. Work as tutor. Teach cute 18 years old girl. K-pop and typical Zoomer things. Be quite into her. Notice that I behave flirtingly with her. She is not cringe with that. During last class with her, take her number to tell her what we will be doing next week. MFW, I think now about this. Am I totally fucked up thinking that about the student, and does that make any sense? Be me. Insecure, edgy, probably also sad. Can't leave my comfort zone, can't even look women in the eye. Eat 3 grams of mushrooms. Mind is totally blown. Most positive experience I've had in years. 180 change in thinking, life is awesome. 3 months go by. Back in my shitty life routine. Some weird sensation comes over me. Negative angry thoughts start to trickle into my mind again. Eventually I completely relapse into my previous mental state. It was one of the most bizarre episodes in my life so far. It was like having a mind parasite leave and then come back. In short, it does help. But you also have to put some work in to make it work. You can also just do it sober, but shrooms really just take your head for a spin and makes it easier to shift perspectives temporarily, I think. Doing shrooms is also kind of just a gamble with your sanity. You could make the factors favorable and increase your chances of a positive experience, but at the end of the day, that is just a chance. It is not guaranteed that you will have a positive flip in perspective. It's kind of complicated to explain. You're on biz faggot. Be me 2017 doing a master's degree in CS. Chainlink tickle-lank. Poor fag student. Apply for a shitload of CCs and max them for $7K. Buy a shit ton of link. Now worth 7 figures all in Bitcoin. Failed that master's because I didn't give a shit. Now doing a master's, not because I have to, but because I want to. Might do a PhD later, if I feel like it. You misunderstood my post, nigger, and got stuck on law school versus law university, fucking monkey. What I said is lurk here more and invest your money, the bull is almost over, and if you spend the bear accumulating decent projects you'll make it in 2025. INB4 you got lucky with Link. Every decent bear project mooned and most more than Link, so all I had to do was be in crypto. So say 2023 is to 2025, what 2019 is to 2021, then try to find the next Matic, Harmony, Phantom, Quant, etc. Buy the good projects shouled here in 2023 equally, and at least half of them will x 100 in 2025. Here I solved your money problem, nigger.